Welcome viewers, this is Malik, the team lead of Project Formless. In this video, first I will be giving you a walkthrough and explanation of each and every module one after another, and last I will be explaining you about the implementation and integration of the project development. The core contents of the project include crop management, horticulture, weather tracking, resource calculation, and marketplaces, which in turn contains sub-modules address major domains of agriculture in our country. The team members include REDDY, MOHAMMED, ASIF, AHMED, PANDHIRI, AJAY, REDDY, who are integral part of this project. Implementation, development, and deployment of the project has been completed. You can go through the project contents and modules with the help of the URL in the address bar. Right now what you're seeing is the homepage of the project, which contains all the states present in the country including union territories. Each and every page contains a translator module which will be translating the page into 200 plus languages with the help of Google Translate to break linguistic barriers across the country. Let's walk through each module carefully one after another. It contains total 9 different modules with crops, its own types and growth page, horticulture with fruits, flowers, vegetables and cash crops with their own types and growth page, a weather module with cyclone mapping, temperature and news articles, calculation module with resource forecasting, crop suggestions with the crop recommendation module, price forecast with price prediction and price comparison module, and markets with its own online enterprise level market application module to sell and buy. Then we have local sites and crisis call modules. So 3 modules were the components of minor project, which were already discussed earlier. Right now, the major project components are these 2, which are calculation and marketplaces. Major focus will be on price forecast with price prediction and price comparison modules, which are developed using Python, machine learning, random forest regressor algorithms, and Flask tool to deploy them on the web page. In the calculation component is the crop recommendation module, which is also used to help the farmers in crop recommendations with soil fixing, nitrogen fixing, soil rotation principles. Marketplace for the farmers to list their produce and the buyers to bid for those produce for selling and purchasing or selling and buying purpose across the country. Quickly give an overview and speed run through the minor project components and its types and growth module. In crops module, especially in types module, we will be explaining the major crops grown in the state with its nutritional values, pH values, soil type and their market values, along with a growing mechanism where we are explaining the growth of the crop from seed selection to harvesting stage in the process like an algorithm. More than one language, English at the left side and another language at the right side, which also includes translator, audio and search facilities. Quickly search for the crops and get the information as soon as possible, along with translation support of 200 plus languages. Next module is weather module, which contains cyclone map, temperature and news. The cyclone map can be useful in very critical and emergency situations to track the cyclones in real time. Very recently we had a cyclone in the first week of December called as Falda, which affected South Indian regions, especially Andhra and Tamil Nadu. Clearly notice the path of the cyclone and also the movement of the cyclone in real time, which updates every 3 hours. Wind2Sky API, which uses geostationary satellites to track them in real time. It has so many additional usage such as tracking sunrise, sunset, temperature, precipitation, air quality, etc. Other 2 modules include temperature and news articles. The temperature modules gives the real-time weather updates with temperature and other details for 24/7, 4 hours and 7 days, along with a news article which contains so many useful news alerts and details in 8 to 9 different languages. Followed by calculation module, quantity and soil type is taken by the farmer and the corresponding outputs such as water, time, fertilizers, seeds and total area used are forecasted using historic data of past 10 years. Let's discuss the major project modules, starting with crop recommendation module, where we are taking 4 inputs from the farmer and providing 6 different crop recommendations categorized into 3 different sections. The 4 different inputs provided are state name, crop name, season and soil type. Correspondingly, the outputs provided are 3 categorized into for soil fertility, for current season, for market value. State name and season help in predicting current season and market value crop recommendations, and also crop name and soil type help in recommending soil fertility, restoration and nitrogen fixing crops. Below is a very detailed table of categorizing 172 crops which are grown across the country into 3 different sections called as nitrogen fixing, nitrogen depleting and neutral nitrogen effect crops. For the farmer or when user chooses any input, the images are displayed for clarity. See, I have passed 4 different values such as Telangana, apple, Rabi season and black soil. I got 6 different crop recommendations. For soil fertility are cotton and groundnut. For current season it's sunflower, chickpea, and for market value it's onion and groundnut. Similarly, we can test more inputs as much as we want. This page is also deployed, you can go through it. We also have a translator which translates the entire page into 200 plus languages. This is the crop recommendation page. Right now we have one more module called as price forecasting module, which contains 2 other submodules called as price prediction and price comparison module. The price prediction page, we have 4 different parameters such as state, district, market, crop name, variety and quality. Let's go to the local sites module and get the information of one specific state, such as let's just say we chose Andhra Pradesh and Kurnool district in Kurnool market. Let us pass parameters into the price prediction page and test the output. Choose crop name, onion, variety, local and quality medium. We got the price as 8092 rupees per quintal. We also have a translator which translates the entire page into 200 plus languages. This module is price comparison module. Here we can compare more than one crop price at a time by passing the same inputs and get the outputs for all the 5 crops along with a visual depiction and visual representation of the prices using bar graph. 4 pages together form the USP of our project. Coming to the one of the most major component of the major project is marketplace, which we designed using Java EE edition, that is Enterprise edition, which contains so many new and more robust features are built on MVC architecture. Right now you can see a folder structure which contains both servlets and JSP pages, where the JSP pages act as the viewers and the servlets or Java codes act as the controllers. MVC, in the MVC architecture model, is the Java program which contains encapsulated code such as getters and getters method, which are used to share the data among the web pages and the databases. See the login and registration pages. In the registration page, you can see the details such as name, the Aadhaar card, password, email, password, and also many more details are taken. The most important thing to focus here is the role. Here, the logistician role is very crucial in the later stages. I will tell you why. There are various different components which are shown in the navigation bar, such as listed by card, contract, track, and logout. The users who list any produce can list on the sell tab, which will be displayed on the listed section. If there are any bids, the bids will be shown in the tabular section. And the people who bid for any component or any product can click on buy section, which will be reflected in card section. Once a successful contract has been created, the contract can be viewed in the contract section, and as well as the product can be tracked in the login logistics section, which is called as track. Homepage right now you can see there are a bunch of crops which are already listed previously. On cell tab you can see there are many inputs which you can pass few more details. When you go on the buy section, you can filter out the crops based on their types and check. There are 2 different options on each and every details with the details of the farmer, and also 2 buttons called as place bid and check profile. Click on check profile, you can see various different bids which have been already placed on the respective crop with the bidder name, bidder details, and the bid price which they have listed or bid for. Click on bid button, you can directly bid for the crop by entering your bid price, PAN card details. In this section you can find the latest bids which have been already placed on the crops which you have listed before. Their details are in the tabular section. You can click on show interest to move ahead with the contract creation by entering your own PAN card and your passport size photo. Once you have gone ahead and created the contract, you can visit the contract section to view the contract and print the contract in the PDF format. The listed section, you can see a button which is below, which says show all listed crops. In all listed crops, you can see all the crops which you have listed, but no one has placed any bid on it. Card section, you can see the crops which you have yourself placed a bid on. Check the tracking section to view the logistics of your product. Your product details will be shown as out for delivery, shipped, listed. Show you the backend really quick. I will be showing you my SQL workbench where the database is located. In the database, you can see the registration table and bunch of different accounts. I will, for simplicity, create a new account to explain the demonstration of each and every component of the marketplace in more clarity. Here I am going to create a new account called as Ravi. This account will be having its own dedicated last name, Aadhaar card, phone number, email ID, district, and all the other details with a role called as seller. Database, you can see that a new row has been created with the details I have entered just now. Log in into the new account and show you all the new tabs which are empty right now. Let's bid on a crop. Let's just bid on a spice called as cinnamon sticks. On the cinnamon, there are no any bids. You can check on other crops. There are bids in their check profile tab, but in this crop doesn't have any bids. I'm going to bid for this crop with rupees 700 per kg. Enter my PAN card and also upload a passport size photo and confirm my bid. Visit the crop again and click on check profile to see your details, which will be shown in the tab. The crop will also be provided in your card section so that you can know which crop you have bid recently. So our listed section is empty. Let us list a new crop. Let us say we are listing a papaya with the following variety and the details. Of validations in the page where no wrong dates can be input. Let me upload the image of the papaya and also get the correct size of the papaya. A video is optional. After confirming the listing, you can go and visit the listed section to view your listed crop. You can also see the crop in your homepage and also check the details and place a bid. When you bid on your own crop, you will be getting a validation security error where you can't bid on your own crop. Bid for this crop with other accounts. You can see I have logged into an account called as ABC and I'm going to bid for the papaya crop which we have listed with the new account. with the other account called as Karthik. Details in the check profile section. You can see that in our new account login, you can see in the listed section there are two different bids which we have placed with the other two different accounts. You can also view their choice. You can go ahead with any of the listed prices. If I am choosing 4,200 price and clicking on show interest, I will be getting a contract info page where I can enter my details and PAN card, passport size photo and confirm with by clicking on proceed button. After this, a new contract and a tracking will be happening. In contract section, you can check your details, your bidding, your crop details, the bidder details, and also print the contract. In the tracking section, you can directly check the status of the logistics of the product which you have listed. Bidder will also get notified and get a copy of the contract which signifies that the farmer has accepted his bid successfully. In this account which we have shown interest called as ABC gets the product on its tracking and contract tabs. This is how generally the contract listing, bidding and invoice generation is being carried out. Now let me show you how the logistics are taken care of. Remember how I told you that logistician role plays a very crucial part in this entire marketplace. Login into an account which was registered with a role called as logistician. This logistician account gets a new tab at the navigation bar called as logistics. I will show you the database which has the roles called as logisticians. Logisticians can actively track the new listings and update the status if they are in charge. If the logistician updates the status of a crop, the status gets automatically reflected on both the bidder and seller accounts. So one major security concern has been taken care of in such a way that if a farmer is also a logistician, then he can update and set the status of the product, but a bidder can never set the status of a product even though he is a logistician. This concludes the marketplace successfully. Let me go back to the other modules of the market section which is called as local sites. Here the farmers or the bidders can select a state and choose 7 major cities of that state will be shown, where the Google Maps contains the local cold storages and marketplaces. This open data can help the farmer and buyers in many various ways. If they want to sell in these particular cities, they can track cold storages and markets. The final module of this entire project is crisis call, where the farmers in calamity or any severe crisis can get the help from officials in no time. The crisis call module contains three different sections: NGOs, government portals and disaster management teams, where the NGO portals contain various different NGOs across the country who are ranked and authorized.